Alright, today we are talking about Blink 182 because I saw a video of a drum cover of Runaway, and that reminded me of how much I really liked Blink 182. It's very I I had just forgotten what Runaway was, but it came on, and holy fuck, dude, I felt like it felt like home, which is a weird thing to say. I've talked a lot about, after my parents' divorce, and uh after my parents' divorce, and how that kind of ended up shaping my music taste. And actually, speaking of what I've done in the past, I've uploaded 5 days in a row, uh, 5 videos, which is something that I told myself I was gonna do once I when I got into my school shut down for 3 weeks. So that's something that I told myself that I was gonna do, and I did. I'm ecstatic about that fact that I was able to make 5 videos in 5 days and post them, and it's such a great feeling to be able to do that. But I digress. So when I think of Blink 182, I think of all the days I went to school, and I was always that one kid who had earbuds in on the bus, and when when I forgot my headphones, it was a bad day. It just wasn't great. And I've continued to be that person who always has earbuds in, for better or for worse, with my social life. It's really I find it really fun to continuously talk about music, because it's something that I was able to find solace in, and it's something that I know that other people find solace in. And it's a really cool thing to have the feeling of a community, even when you can't physically see it. I chose Blink 182 today because I I remember specifically, I I was changing for a play, not like I was changing into costume for a play, I believe 7th or 8th grade year. And because I am a theater kid, not like a theater kid, but like a theater kid, like I do theater. I was asked, "Hey, do you listen to Blink 182?" And I was like, "Yeah, I do." And then someone goes, "They're trash. How can you listen to them?" And that's something that will always stick in my head of, not everyone not everyone's going to have the same opinion as you with music. And with that, it felt like I was getting knocked down. Like, it felt horrible, because this is a band that I had found and I really liked. I had heard about them. I heard about it, like My New Obsession. I heard about it from the same video, I believe. And I started off with take off my pants and jacket, or take off your pants and jacket. And that was the album. That was what I loved to listen to. I loved that so goddamn much. I remember the specific day when I found it. It was an Easter. It was the first Easter in my mom's house, the house that I'm in right now. And I was on my way out to my dad's to go over to his house to celebrate the rest of Easter. And on the way there, I was listening to Blink 182. That was the first time that I had listened to that album. And the fact that, I someone had told me, "Yeah, they're trash. I don't know how you can listen to them." like some ignorant prick, you know, I I didn't understand kind of what was going on there, and I I know that I hated that moment. I hated that feeling. That feeling that I was just told that the stuff that I like is wrong. And that feeling was just disgusting to me. Absolutely repulsive. I still remember it to this day because it's synonymous with Blink 182 in my mind. And I guess liking Blink 182 taught me to, like, stop giving a fuck about what those pricks kind of say. And, it's a good life lesson, don't get me wrong. And I still, like, I probably should listen to them more, but I got into them right around the time that California came out. And that was weird because I had went over to, I believe it's Georgia, to visit a family friend, and that the entirety of that trip, cracking my iPhone, having used my Android, that kind of stuff, like the major points, like waking up late, like that was synonymous with, that album. It's that feeling of excitement of a road trip. It's the entirety of learning how to, I guess, be self-sufficient. It's the feeling of telling people to go fuck themselves when they're being a prick. It's such an exciting thing to talk about music for me because it's the thing that I love. And regardless of my ability to be able to play it, it's the thing that I love talking about. And, as long as I'm still standing here, or rather sitting, because I'm in a chair right now, I'm gonna want to talk about this kind of stuff. And I hope you want to contribute to the conversation. And if you don't, I mean, that's completely fine. I love Take Off Your Pants and Jacket because it was something different. It was something that no one I knew was listening to, and it was something that I found unique. I found was very personal to me. It was very tangible. And I remember finding it at the local FYE because my brother was looking for, I guess, records, and he stumbled upon, and I stumbled upon Take Off Your Pants and Jacket, and I looked at the back of it, and it made me so happy to really understand all of the emblems and everything there. And it was this feeling of being in, like, a secret club almost. And when I told my brother this is a really good album, he says, I don't like Blink 182. Like he does. He's a very oddly he's a very, I guess, stoically, I guess, he's a very, like, stoic kind of figure, I guess, when he's out in the public eye. He's very hardened by a lot of things, and he did his normal thing, and when he doesn't understand something, he kind of gets hardened. And just looking at that album made me happy. It made me happy. And what I did after that was immediately go on my phone, put in my earbuds, and start listening to the album because I hadn't listened to it in a while. Music isn't about continuously listening to one thing. Music isn't about, defining yourself by one specific genre. It's about finding the things that you love and sharing it with the people that you love, despite if they like it or not. And that's something that I've kind of learned recently with driving with my parents, is that, A, here are where all the aux jacks are, here's how you can connect your shit to the car, and B, it doesn't matter what they like, it matters what you like, and they're going to suck it up because they love you. And that's the kind of thing, because music is about sharing. It's not about being selfish. It's not about, that. And when you're told as a young kid, this shit fucking sucks, I hate this, the first response is to kind of shut down. And I don't remember how I handled that situation, but I know that I probably listened to Blink 182 on my way home. It was a weird moment, but it's a moment that sticks inside of my head, because that was the thing that kind of defined that time. Again, music isn't about listening to one album on repeat for hours and hours and hours. That's a part of it. And part of it is finding what you really, really like in music and listening to that and finding things that sound like that. But it's also about experimentation, and it's also about sharing, the ideas and what you like with people, because oftentimes it's a look inside of someone's head. There are like two types of people when it comes to music: people who really, really like the instrumentation, and people who really, really like the lyrics. And I'm sort of both. I really like Adam's song for the topic. I really like what is it? It was on Take Off Your Pants and Jacket. It was I'll think of it. But it talked about divorce, and I remember doing a project on that. I remember doing a project on it. I'm so sorry. I'm looking it up right now. It's not Please Take Me Home. It's I'm sorry. This is so unprofessional and trashy. It's Stay Together for the Kids. And with like I was at that point, I was still dealing with how to like really live in two places, and dealing with growing up and everything that comes along with that. And Stay Together for the Kids was something that I felt. It wasn't just a song. It wasn't just a random song. It was a song about something that's happening in my personal life. It's something that I felt deeply connected to because I was going through that, and it came into my life at the right time. And I remember thinking to myself, I would do that. No doubts about it. If this poem could fix this home, I'd read it every day. If I could do something at that time period to fix what was going on, to go back to when I was just living in one house and everything was cool, I would have. I definitely would have. And I'm nearing the end of the middle of my sophomore year now, and I don't know if I would now. And that's something that I want to think about more. Anyway, thank you for sticking in with me as I talk about Blink-182 for an abnormally long amount of time with a very odd pause for me to look up a song. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed. I'm going to leave a link to GANI Drum's cover of Runaway by Blink-182, and their video, their rendition rather of Dance Dance by Fall Out Boy is insanely good, and it's what kind of put me on this rabbit hole. And that video made me smile so goddamn much. they were having such a great time playing that, and I could just tell. It was the kind of energy that I really, I guess, needed to see to kind of like record this. Anyway, thank you for watching. I should be back tomorrow, and if I'm not, hopefully I'll be back soon. Thank you for watching.